Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. Yeah, I'm addicted. I'm addicted to radios, and I've got a new addiction, which is to these radios. And what are these radios? These are the Spirit of St. Louis radios. It's kind of a gimmick. Um, I don't know if they make them anymore. They might, but these came out several years ago, and they were supposed to give you the feeling that it was equipment out of the Spirit of St. Louis, Charles Lindbergh's airplane, instrumentation. And it was, like I say, it was kind of a gimmick, but I think it's cool. And I lucked onto another one off of eBay. This one is quite a bit different. It's not pristine, not at all. First thing I noticed is this is the power cube that came with it. Now, the listing said everything works perfect and no problems. Well, it was from a place that sells a lot of stuff. It's actually Salvation Store. And they sell a lot of stuff, so they're not experts on stuff such as this. So I plugged it in with this power cube, kind of doubtful. And it worked, but it had a horrendous hum, which is not surprising using this piece of junk for a power cube. Number one, this is only 5 volts. The unit requires or needs 6 volts. There's a mistake right there. Luckily, it was the right polarity, and I checked the polarity first. So it did work, and it worked good except for that awful AC hum coming out of this piece of junk. And so I took that loose. Matter of fact, this is probably going to go in the trash, just so I don't use it again. And I hooked it up to my laboratory power supply and gave it 6 volts, and it works perfect. Works perfect, and it looks nice. Now this is how it looks closed up, and there's the front end, there's the handles, pretty good shape, a little bit of rust on the screws. They don't use, or didn't use, high quality material, but so you had to really take care of it with kit gloves, because like I see, the screws would rust, and this fake wood finish would come off. You can see some spots there where it's chipped off. But overall, still pretty clean. I think I could improve it by doing a little cleaning up. And here's what it looks like inside. And this is the nice part. It is pristine inside. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you. And this is what was in the picture. This kind of like what you're seeing right now. That's the only picture there was. And this, like I say, this is clean as a whistle. There's no rust in here. A little bit of smudging and dirt here. Not a big deal. That can be wiped off. And then here's the clock and the speaker. Now, the clock actually can control the radio as far as setting an alarm. Having gone as far enough into this to see if it will like use it for a timer to let the radio play for a certain time. I have not been able to find a manual for it so far. So in the clock, let me close this back down. The clock, when you get it closed, the clock actually pops up. See there? So you can actually have it like that. Pretty cool. I think, I'm not sure, I'm looking down under here. No. I'm not sure how you set the clock. Let me look back. I've not looked at this very much. There's a button right there. So I'll have to look into that. Like I say, I want to give you a quick overview of this for right now. So that's the clock, and it snaps down in place. There we go. This is the speaker grill, so you can play the radio with it closed. One other gotcha, again, not having a manual and not knowing exactly what this thing does, is over here, right there, is where it's AM and FM. I should have told you that up front. It's AM and FM. This is where the telescopic antenna comes out. Now, I looked at another video of this, and the telescopic antenna had a little ring on it so you could pull it out. So another video, same problem, broke off. So I haven't ventured down inside there or opened the cover or anything to figure out if it's totally gone or just fell down inside because the ring's gone. Now, somebody could have taken the ring out so that this can go in there flush. So there is a chance that I might be able to pull it out if it hasn't been broken off. Down on the bottom here is the serial plate. Now, so you can see there's a bad scratch right there. That can be fixed. This is AM and FM. Power supply is for the radio. Oh, it can be battery powered. Again, I haven't looked into this too much. The radio requires 3 C-size batteries, and the clock requires 1 AA battery. So you can run it on batteries. Again, I really didn't do my homework too much. What this was is a buy now. And it was a third the price of what other people were asking. And I can say, it is clean as a whistle inside. So I'm going to clean up these screws a little bit, put some oil or something on them so they don't start rusting again. Put the batteries in it, see if I can figure out how to set the clock. I don't have the manual. If you have a manual or you can find a manual for you, I really appreciate it. I'm trying to see if it has a part number. I don't see a part number. I see a serial number, no part number. I don't think there was a part number on the bottom on that label. Oh, here's another label. Serial number, no part number. This has no part number. So there's no part number for this. And they made a whole bunch of different configurations. And I don't know, I've just gotten addicted to these for some reason. Like I say, it's a good AM and FM radio. Matter of fact, I can turn it on, I think. You see, I got to turn my power supply on standby. Okay, get the power supply set for 6 volts. Let me see how much current this draws when it's turned on. Oh, it doesn't draw any current at all. Whoops, music. I can't play music. My scale on my power supply is 0 to 1.5 amps, and the needle barely moves. So it doesn't draw any current at all. So that probably means that we'll operate a long time on those C-cell batteries. I think it was said C-cell batteries. So that's not a problem then. That was FM. Let me go to AM and I'll turn it back on. There's it. Oh, music again. So it picks up everything. It has band selection, AM, FM, volume, and tone. I had the tone set all the way to high. Put it back in mid-range. Here's a snooze control, I guess when the clock is set up to go off. Here's a light on and off. I guess that doesn't work unless you turn the power on. Oh, quit with the music. I can't have music. Let me see if I can turn, if I turn that light. I hate those darn old fluorescent light bulbs. You turn it off and it takes forever to get them to come back up, you know, to energize and come back up. So I don't want to turn those off. But anyway, you can, there's the light. Pretty nice. The clock is not lit. Okay. And then here's an on-off indicator right here. Here's where you can set the radio to be in conjunction with setting the clock to have the radio come on, have a buzzer come on, or auto. I don't know what that means. I don't have a manual. Yeah, there is a on the dial here. Now, if you can see it right there is a little yellow pointer. That is probably for setting the alarm or timer or whatever. Clock face is perfectly clean, not fogged or anything. There's no rust on this really nice condition. Let me turn the radio back on, get the volume down, and again show you. Again, there's no external connections for antennas.
A lot of people don't think about like caregiver delicacies.
Lots of stations. And I've got, you know, fluorescent lights on, and computers on, monitors on, and it's not picking up any noise from them. Go to FM and I'll go through the dial real quick.
Guarantee results first visit. Wait.
So that's pretty good, especially since the FM antenna is either missing or stuck down inside. I'll have to find out which. Okay, I just want to show, again, it's purely a novel radio, but it does have good audio. Mono, of course, because you only got one speaker. That's what all I can say. Nice little carrying handle. This would definitely be a collector's item from the standpoint it's just kind of cutesy. You know, it's not real. You know what I'm trying to say? Only thing on the back is the power jack. But I'm really hooked on these things. I don't know why. I just, you know, it just looks cool. I just like the looks of this. This now is the second one I've got. That's it. Again, if you have a manual or you can find one on the internet, please let me know. I searched for about an hour. Nothing at all. I found a manual for another model, but not this model. Again, I don't see any model number. Okay. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Bye-bye.